live here at Yost Ice Arena, where it is, as Coach Ned rightfully pointed out right when we got here, a top 10 matchup between
big game,
big game, absolutely. Indiana Tech, who is number 7, and Michigan, who is number 8. Michigan 7-2-3 on the season. Indiana Tech 10-3-1. I'm going to have to add the overtime losses on there at some point, because that is now being reported, despite I don't think they count towards the CCWHA standings, but they are put in the top standings out there. So taking a look at coming into this, Michigan.
For the record, we don't have any overtime losses, right?
Exactly. I think Indiana Tech does have one, but we do not, so I don't have
thinking,
to.
Okay. I know I'm losing it, but that would really be losing it. Okay, good. Thanks. I feel better. I can have more coffee.
Absolutely. Michigan just coming off of a home-and-home with University of Michigan Dearborn, where University of Michigan Dearborn beat them on the first evening at Dearborn 3-2 in a game that Michigan really came back in the third, got it to a one-goal game, but just couldn't get that game-tying goal. And then Michigan really came out in the next game. That was 5-2 here at Yost Ice Arena. A big win versus the fellow Wolverines, that of the Dearborn variety. Taking a look at that game, it was scoring in the first, as the shots on goal that they have here, 36 for Michigan, 29 for Michigan Dearborn. I should say Ann Arbor versus Dearborn. Started off, Carr scored at 13-10. That was a power play goal. Ferris and Lindahl on the assist. That's Sam's 4th goal of the season. Then Michigan Dearborn came back at 14-10 just a minute later, and Ever scored her 5th goal of the season. Perro and Palayan on the assist. That was a power play goal. In the second, it was Swanson who put Michigan up and had the game-winning goal. That was her 4th goal of the season. Garbady with her 2nd assist, that at 17-10. Then in the third, Lindahl had her 8th goal of the season. Ferris and Malashevsky on the assist. That at 2:30. That was a power play goal for Michigan. Hung had her 1st goal of the season at 3:44. That was from Carr and Izzy German. And then Malashevsky had a power play goal at 15:55. That was her 2nd goal of the season. Lindahl's 14th assist and Hansen's 8th assist. That was a power play goal. I believe the Ann Arbor variety of the Wolverines were 3 out of 4 on the power play in that game. It was Victoria Hahn taking the loss, and Schiff with the win for Michigan in that game. Taking a look at Indiana Tech, if we flip over and look at what they've been doing recently, there they are. Indiana Tech just came off of a series with Miami. Indiana Tech beat them down at Miami 2-1, and then they played them at Indiana, and that was a 3-2 win. That was back on the 16th. So they tied Adrian to start off the season. Then Adrian beat them down at Indiana Tech. They beat Midland once at Snyder Arena. Then Midland beat them, so they split that series. They beat Concordia twice. They beat Lake State up at Lake State 4-3 both games. Then they played Niagara, and they beat Niagara in the first game, then lost to Niagara in the second game, and then they beat Grand Valley. So that's how they got to where they are. Taking a look at your top point getters for both of these teams. For Michigan, Lindahl has the point lead, 22 points on 8 goals and 14 assists. 20 points for Hansen on 12 goals and 8 assists. Malashevsky has 8 points on 2 goals and 9 assists. Ferris is number 4 with 2 goals and 7 assists. And Sam Carr checking in at the number 5 spot with 4 goals and 3 assists. Taking a look at Indiana Tech, who do we need to worry about on their squad?
The whole team.
Exactly. No doubt that is absolutely correct. They have Pedam Shan, who's been playing all 4 years, I believe, of Indiana Tech's existence. This is the 4th year. Yeah. I remember her bursting onto the scene, playing very well. She has 14 points with 6 goals and 8 assists. Green has 13 points on 4 goals and 9 assists. Bowler, who had a big goal starting off the scoring versus Miami at Indiana Tech. She had 12 points on 7 goals and 5 assists. Yakachuk has 10 points on 9 goals and 1 assist. Then the number 5 spot with 2 people, Murray, has 5 goals and 4 assists for 9 points. And Terpstra, from the defensive side, checks in with 2 goals and 7 assists for 9 points. Taking a look at the goalkeepers for these 2 teams, Indiana Tech has 2 of them. Berthume is starting. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. I tried to grab it off of one of their broadcasts, so hopefully I'm not murdering it too bad. She's played 7 games. She has 5 wins, 1 loss, 9 goals against for a 1.44 goals against average, and a 9.45 save percentage. Their other goalkeeper, and they split them, so we'll probably see Varner tomorrow. Varner has played 8 games. She has 5 wins, 1 loss, 1 overtime loss, 1 tie. She has a 2 goals against average on 16 goals and a 9.38 save percentage. So both of those no slouch for them as we take a look at Michigan and the goalies there. As I pull that up, we know that Emma Johnson's played a game. She won that game. 1 goal against and 9.52 save percentage. Schiff has played 5 games. She's 3-1-1. She has a 1.77 goals against average and a 9.44 save percentage. Ponnet has played 5 games, 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties, 2.13 goals against average and a 9.25 save percentage. And then Heiserman has played a game, 3 goals against and an 8.89 save percentage. So that is what's happening with all of those players out there. So definitely a top 10 matchup, a tough team we're going to play. Michigan is going to have to really come out strong to not allow this Indiana Tech team to get the momentum.
Home and home, which
Absolutely.
is tough. And, you know, here's the thing that, from a point of view of the situation with this team, student athletes, right now they're getting hammered.
Yes.
Because of break coming up, they're getting hammered with exams, classes, time management. There's so much practice time, so much travel time, so much school time, and priority number 1 is academics after family. So that's something we don't even see into their world, and that's something they have to overcome. So what the coaching staff will be asking is for them to set aside a few hours now to just forget about their studies and hop on this game and have fun and get the win.
And hopefully the game could be a bit of a refuge from all the chaos of school and everything.
Yep.
Where, you know, this is a game that most of them have been playing for a long portion of their life, and they can have that routine of game day and time going.
That's what it does for me. It clears my mind. It's kind of like clearing the hard drive, and you can just go recenter yourself and hoping that happens and it's a successful one. So that, but you know, it also takes a toll on your energy and everything else.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting. I mean, we're going to have to come out flying. Just in warm-ups, you could see they've got some players who can really skate, who can fly. They've been well coached. They do have a new coach this year.
Summer Ross is their head coach this year. So
Kevin
Hicks
has moved on. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that will be interesting to see as Hicks kind of came with the team when they started the program.
Yeah,
so
he had a year. He was hired a year before they skated to recruit and get the system set up, which is pretty sweet. And
longtime coach at Miami of Ohio, or Miami University of Ohio.
Yep, won national championships there.
So this is their second coach ever in team history, but they are a good team. Lots of Canadians on the team.
Yep.
So.
We won't miss playing against Mr. Hicks. Yeah.
No, so. always high quality coach. And we will not, by the way, tomorrow. My wife is still kind of recovering from the back surgery, and her major pain pills run out tonight. So Indiana Tech has their own broadcast tomorrow, and they do a good job. We have trouble with internet access at least 2 years ago down there. So we're going to let Indiana Tech do that game. Forgive me, I apologize, but I just don't think a 2.5-hour drive down there and then back, it's a long time to leave my wife. And I'm hoping that after Thanksgiving and everything, we're going to stay at home. Hopefully she'll be okay and we'll
Makes
be
sense.
able to come back
Everybody
and go.
will understand.
But Indiana Tech has a good broadcast, and with that net right there, they have a
Fiona's
better
right here,
internet
right now.
Yep, they have a broadcast going here from Yost as well.
Typing on her computer with it kind of, what would you call that, upside down?
About 90 degrees. Yeah,
90 degrees. So she's typing on the vertical.
Monitor is down on the
platform.
Yep, and then the keyboard's sitting
vertical.
up.
And she's typing.
I would not do well with that. I would fail miserably.
Especially when I do one finger at a time.
Hunt him back. Hunt him back.
Yeah, that would be me. And I'm not gonna try and go do the play-by-play. I'm gonna see if I can get a taste of winter traveling to Ithaca for a memorial service tomorrow. So I'm not gonna go either.
May you not have a lot of snow on your drive.
That's not what they're saying, but we'll see. I've got to be a Michigander someday.
Let's take a look at the upcoming 5 games here as we see that tomorrow, again, that broadcast will be, Indiana Tech will be providing that. That is a 7 o'clock game. Originally it was 4 o'clock back on the schedule, but that's 7 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, my.
So if you
get
have
home
an opportunity,
pretty late.
that would be if we went down there, yeah. So that'll be tomorrow. Then we have break. We do have the Old Puckers game on Monday. That's going to be 8:30.
8:30.
But
both rosters are full. We're ready to rock and roll.
But then hosting Penn State January 11th and 12th. That will be Saturday at 8:05 and Sunday at 4:05. Then the trip out to St. Louis. Unfortunately, Coach Ned will not be able to join me, but I will make my way out there. January 18th, that'll be Saturday at McKendree. That will be a 8 o'clock game, 8 Eastern time. And then January 19th, Sunday, we will be at Maryville, again, an 8:30 Eastern time game there. Let's take a look at the top 10 as things have changed and not at the same time. Liberty still up at the top. McKendree comes into the number 2 spot, moving up. Maryville down, and we'll get back to this as it looks like we're about to do our starting lineup so we can pull that off, and I'll talk about that at the break. As they're announcing Michigan and Indiana Tech.
You got Leslie Reed that I know in the scorer's box. Thank you for your help.
So Anderson skates out to the blue line, starting for...
Our announcer's being pretty classy, giving them pretty good announcement.
Green comes out. She's the center. Bowler, who started off the scoring versus Miami in the game at Indiana Tech.
A lot of really good hockey names on this team.
Absolutely. Now coming out, that's going to be Yakachuk. Or excuse me, no, that's Yonker, forgive me, at the defensive side. And then also coming out is Gilmore. And then it's going to be Berthume between the pipes for Indiana Tech.
She is tall.
She is big, absolutely. Again, Summer Ross is the coach. So Lindahl starting for Michigan at one of the wings. Hansen at the other wing, skates out to the blue line. Malashevsky playing center for this Michigan team. Izzy German, one of the starting blue liners. And the captain, Katie German, at the other blue line. And between the pipes, it's Panev. Jenna Trebbiano, head coach for the team. Coach Upton and Bonser are the assistant coaches.
I don't see Bill here tonight, so.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, down to America, the playing of the national anthem. as Michigan is in their home whites with the maize and blue trim, numbers in dark blue on the back with maize all around it. They have the Michigan in black lettering across the front with the numbers on the front, the dark blue pants, and the winged helmets. Indiana Tech across the way, they have their black road jerseys with the orange sleeves and around the middle, numbers in white on the back. They have, I believe, Indiana Tech is script on the front, black pants, and predominantly all white helmets out there. Nice, easy to read the numbers on the back there, so we appreciate that. Those silly folks up here in the press box are always grateful for that.
They look like Italian honeybees.
As getting ready to go, big top 10 matchup between these two squads.
Couple quick shout outs. We hope everything's okay with Cabela. He runs our referees and he's not able to ref this today. He has issues with a family pet. And I have to apologize to the mystery person Shannon Swanson. It was Susan Swanson in Traverse City, the Old Mission Peninsula. Hopefully she's listening today, and her granddaughter Kelsey continues her streak of a goal a game. We're calling her goal a game Kelsey.
That'd be
Swanson.
fantastic. We appreciate everyone joining us, and by the way, created a new scorebug here as we go through, so
sweet.
Keep an eye on that, and if you do, you can fire off here coming in. Lindahl has it outside the near circle. Izzy German trying to get to it. Right at the near point. Onto the near circle it goes. Hansen putting it into the far corner. Picked up by Yonker. Yonker coming down the far boards.
Oh, bad
Hansen
ice.
trying to get to it, and Anderson trying to chip it out. Held in at the point. Now grabbed. Chipped
nice
onto
play.
the far circle, but pulled
Knocked it
down
right
the
out
near
of the
boards. Yonker gets it coming down the near boards. Here comes Bowler. Bowler fires it.
I see a trait. They're going to dump everything on Sandy.
And into the far corner, lifted down as Lindahl has it. That just snuck right past Calverta as that's put back deep as Michigan takes a line change in along the near boards.
There's water there, too.
Picked up as took a little extra second to freeze this ice coming down. Trying to get to it. That slips right behind the goal. As trying to get to it was Gustafson outside the near circle. That puck sent in along the far board. Shot there. Saved by Poneth outside the near circle. Back to Calverta at the near point. Calverta tried to get to it. Hung.
Oh, she's wide open.
Away. There's a shot
right behind her.
Great job by Gargiulo to clear it out of harm's way.
Hit the pipe and fell right in front of her.
Oh, that was dangerous as the puck coming down the far boards. Carr trying to get it out of the zone as Indiana Tech making it difficult. They're going to have to clear the zone on a delayed offsides. Gargiulo coming down the near boards. Gargiulo gets it all the way through. That grab by Episcopo. Episcopo goes right back behind her own goal. Episcopo sends it down the near boards. Here comes Juzak. That's Bask. Bask. Top of the near circle with the shot goes just wide and along the far boards. Gathered up back over there. Right back behind the Michigan goal, in along the near boards. Michigan trying to dig it out of there. Bask has it. Now coming away with it, here comes Lindahl. Lindahl down the near boards. Lindahl takes a shot.
Oh, there's a rebound.
Save as Hansen trying to get to it in the far corner. Sends
Here we
it.
go.
Malashevsky with a shot that just misses to the near side. Bad save there by Bethune. Outside the near circle, Malashevsky with it. And comes into the neutral zone. Ferris moves it all the way across. Kolwich trying to fire it ahead. Intercepted by Yonker. Yonker right into the Michigan zone. Ricocheted off the near boards. Coming ahead with it, Lindahl trying to fire it back deep. Into the near corner. Anderson moves it around.
Good stick on puck. Oh, boy.
As coming in, here comes Bowler. Bowler at the near circle. And she scores, putting it in. As that score at 17.
Far pipe right off the post. Not hitting the
27.
post, but close. Wow, nice shot.
That was Boulder who again opened up the scoring versus Miami, and a pinpoint accuracy here as we can see on the replay.
Nice breakout too. Gave her the long bomb on kind of a cherry pick.
Beautiful breakout
One
pass
on one.
as that comes in, and she put it in right there.
She's on the offside, so she had a good angle. Yikes.
So 1-0 Indiana Tech with the lead. Face off at center ice. Garbady trying to get to it loose as that comes into the zone.
Well, I'd like to be the forecaster that says that's not the last goal of the day.
I'm hoping Calverta puts it right back behind the Michigan goal. Swanson trying to get it in along the far boards. That's loose in the slot. Here comes Michigan racing ahead with it. Putting it deep is Katie German. That right on net and covered up by Bethune. By the way, I would like to say that Indiana Tech has actually done something that I have not been able to do with their broadcast. They actually have a woman calling play-by-play for women's hockey, so that's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, awesome. Don't get any ideas about replacing your color guy.
Gordon in to take the face off. By the way, I believe it was her father who checked to see if we were going to do the broadcast, and that one. Again, tomorrow will be at Indiana Tech. We'll put that out. Coming in, Pedamshan trying to move it over. That put right back behind and covered up by Ponif.
Nice play to get a stick on it, KG.
16:51 left to go here in the first. Now, by the way, if you do, you can send us an email at arborbroadcasting.com. I might put out a poll with this new score bug. If you think it's a little... I do not know who assisted on the goal.
No.
It was Boulder who had the goal. The outlet pass was...
way back in the far corner.
I cannot see, Coming ahead, here comes Hung over center ice, coming into the Indiana Tech zone. That poked away. Hung trying to get to it into the far corner. Hung sends it back to the point. Now Gargiulo, high slot. Moving it over for Gustafson, who takes a shot. And that covered up by Bethune. So send us an email if you think the score bug is too small, or if you like it, you can fire it out there. I'll try and do a poll on X or Twitter a little bit later. I just created it and wasn't sure the size. I think you'll be okay, but if you do have any troubles, let me know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have power play on there. There's a shot, as that was rising shot by Gargiulo that gloved down by Bethune. 16:20 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Indiana Tech with the lead on Michigan. Face-off is going to be in the Indiana Tech zone to Bethune's left. Malashevsky taking the face-off. That comes in along the near boards. Gargiulo trying to hold it in. That tipped back into the neutral zone. Gustafson trying to move it ahead. Lindahl firing it back deep. Bethune stops it right back behind her own goal.
Oh, there you go. Get tied up. Ooh.
Gathered up back there. Gilmore, now the puck comes, trying to hold it in, is tipping it. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl over to Malashevsky on the far circle. That bounces into the near corner. Grabbing it is Hansen, puts it right back behind Malashevsky in the far corner.
They are finding space and getting to each other.
As Ferris holding it in, fires it. That comes into the near corner. Racing back to get it is Legault. Legault has it in along the near boards. Kuspel trying to pull it out of there. Now that's fired all the way back. Put right back in by Ferris. Michigan has to touch up to avoid a delayed offsides. Here comes Yonker down the near boards. Yonker gets it into the neutral zone. Kuspel trying to get to it. Now Kolwich firing it.
Nice. She misread that.
And just a little miscommunication between players, and that will come back into the Michigan zone.
Can we review between periods with your replay or not?
I think that was probably one of the first replays done, so we could probably take a look at that.
We may be able to help. Okay, trying to help our scorers out.
Face-off in the near face-off circle. Green in there versus Garbady. And puck into the near corner. Kolwich has it. Kolwich right back behind Conniff, over and along the far boards. Lifted into the neutral zone, as trying to get back there was Dilla. Dilla chasing it as that rimmed all the way outside the far circle. Now deflected into the neutral zone down the near boards. Kolwich chasing it. That tip
look
by
at
Green.
this. Wide open in front.
Get in, firing it, and that just wouldn't settle down. As
Can't let that happen.
was Boulder looking for her second goal of the game. This is definitely a quick Indiana Tech team, as Anderson puts it right back in. That will hit and be right back behind Ponif. Picked up there by Ferris. Ferris quickly add to Dilla. Dilla tips that. That will go back in. Gordon chasing it. Gordon trying to pick it up back behind the goal. Legault with it back there. Legault. Now Gordon has it in the far corner. Gordon back. Katie German gets it over to Izzy German. That
that's
ricochets off the dasher.
Yeah.
Ahead, stopped by Katie German at the far point. She puts it right back in along the blocked. Murray back behind the goal, puts it in along the near boards. Picked up by Yakachuk. Trying to move it down, trying to get it out. That held into the near corner. Episcopo Sends it all the way around the boards. Here comes Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan has it deflected.
Good forecheck.
And that grab by Legao. Here comes Yakachuk down the near boards. That fired right on net. Picked up by Katie German back behind. She's battling there, down to her knees, trying to chip it away as Juzak has it. Now Gordon fires it down the far boards to Carr. Carr trying to lift it ahead. And into the neutral zone, but over to Yonker. Yonker pulls it right into. Now Yonker, there's a wide angle shot right off the side of the net. Picked up back over there, fired all the way around, grabbed by Carr. Carr trying to get it back
Nice
into the neutral zone. Here comes Cummings. Cummings coming down with it.
Got speed.
Cummings on the far circle. Cummings trying to put it back, but the rest of the team, no trailer there for her to pick up. Gargiulo moves down the near boards. Gilmore chases it back behind her own goal. Gathered down the near boards by Yonker. Yonker back over. Here comes Green back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Right back into the neutral zone. Gargiulo has it at her own blue line. Gargiulo down the far boards. Flazar trying to chip it away.
Trying to get too many ladies on the ice.
As almost put it in the door there to send it into the bench. Ahead, here comes Green. Green down the near boards. Green gains his own top of the near circle.
3 of them.
Green, good job.
Oh, my God.
Boy,
what a great
what
save.
What a save. As it was a good job by Gustafson. Another shot comes into the far corner. Here comes Slazar trying to get it out. She's ridden off the puck, but lifts it ahead. Racing ahead with it is Black. Pulled down by Calverta, right over the goal.
Look at him go
right
through
back
us.
In. Over.
Can't let that happen.
Shot and a goal by Anderson.
Oh, my goodness. Sandy's going to be frustrated with that. That's not her fault. We can't let 3 people just bust into the net, even in a straight line, so that we don't have options. Just put it on net and play the rebound. Oh, my goodness. Frustration.
So that a goal by, I thought it was Anderson coming down. Bowler had it. Bowler moved it over. Yeah, that was Anderson who put it in from Bowler. So number 2 from 44. And it's 2-0. Indiana Tech with the early lead here in the first 7.5 minutes of the game.
Well, this is going to be gut check time, that's for sure.
Michigan's going to have to try and come up with something here. The next goal, it really needs to be Michigan if they're going to compete in this game. Ferris in along the far boards, picked up there by Hansen. Hansen
got time.
It ahead through the neutral zone. Lindahl picking it up. Lindahl coming down the far board, skating through. Lindahl, she's ridden off the puck by Murray.
Yeah, they're pretty physical on D. They're not going to let us get there free.
And Kolwich firing it all the way across the ice, picked up by Calverta. Excuse me, that's Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan gets it back into the neutral zone. Over to Yakachuk.
Got numbers, got to take her.
With
the whole team
far
on her.
Circle, there's
Good.
a shot. Deflected back there by Ferris. Puck in along the near boards, trying to chip it out to the neutral zone. Hardy has it there. Hardy gains the zone back right into the Michigan end. Indiana Tech definitely has the ride time so far. They also have the 2-0 lead. Ferris coming down the far boards, trying to feed it ahead. Held in at the far point there, lifted by Kolwich. She knocks it along the near boards, trying to get it, but that picked up. Held in by Juzak. Juzak trying to pull. Here comes Hansen.
Rip one,
Hansen
Lucy.
fires it all the way down on net as Michigan gets a line change. Gordon coming in to try and keep that puck down in the Warrior zone. Ahead, here comes Kuspel. Kuspel trying to put it deep and sent right back. Trying to get it to Hung, but that's just a little out of her reach. Episcopo has it back behind her own goal. Episcopo.
Stay with her.
Into the far corner. Hung trying to get to it. Now Gordon trying to have it. That poked out to center. Anderson with it there. Anderson back into her own zone. Now in along the near boards. Here comes Gilmore. Gilmore all the way back across to Yonker. Yonker feeds it. Here comes Anderson into the zone. Good job to tip it away. Beautiful defense back over there by Katie German. Now down the near boards. Gilmore trying to feed it as that goes right back behind Poneth.
Not many whistles.
Katie German in the far corner. Gordon trying to get
48's
to
open
it.
in front.
Out in front, trying to tip it, and Green right out front, trying to fire that in. As Coach Ned is seeing that from up here in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, I was having nightmares. There's another shot.
Right out in front as Bowler trying to get
down,
out in
she
front.
can't see.
Gilmore outside the near circle,
block.
trying to feed it in front. That knocked away. Tipped right back to Green or Gilmore. Gilmore high slot over on the far circle with a shot. That hit the post loose. Gordon racing to get it. Now coming down the far boards. Here comes Michigan, and they ricochet it off the near boards. Picked up by Gilmore back in her own zone. Ahead, here comes Murray. Murray gains his own. Murray High slot coming over top of the far circle with this shot goes into the near corner. They are a free shooting team, Indiana Tech.
Well, they know that with Sandy and net, that's what they've got to do. And they've done a great job in the neutral zone of spreading things out and leaving early and getting away with it.
Shan trying to get to it. Izzy German now moving it ahead. That puck all the way into the far corner.
Yeah.
That'll be icing. Terpstra first to it.
Oh, boy, this is going to be a tough game, just like we suspected. Quick shout-out for the Garbades. I heard this week that they listen all the way from Michigan to Texas. So if we've got people from Texas,
we appreciate it. Thank you for watching.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. You can make fun of the snow we're about to have.
Y'all enjoyed the game.
Absolutely. As into the near corner, Gargiulo trying to pull it away, still battling in there. Gargiulo comes away with it, feeds it down the near boards. Outside the near circle, Indiana Tech trying to gum up the works as that brought into the neutral zone. Is
right on her head.
Was a hit to the head, but the official was down on the ice himself and didn't see it.
Oh, man,
Here
she
comes
got
Gustafson.
elbowed.
As again, the official had gotten wiped out going for the puck. Picked up there, fired ahead. Here comes Garbady. Garbady tipped back, but Dilla has it. Dilla gaining into the zone.
Nothing.
She has the puck knocked away. Terpstra with it on the far circle. 8:50 left to go. 2-0. Indiana Tech with the lead. Bask with it right in front of the scorer's bench. Trying to feed ahead. Calverta keeping it out of the zone. Now she has it at her own blue line. Fed ahead by Terpstra. Picked up and fired back deep by Anderson.
Four-man system. I would have thought some of this stuff would have been called, but they're going to let us play.
Well, it has been so far a whistle-free game for the
Oh,
most part.
my,
What
what a
there's
save.
A shot
Another
coming
save.
over Poneth with it. That's going to be a hand pass.
Well, it should be outside then.
So that should indeed come outside of the zone. And
Shots are surprisingly close. I've got 10 for Indiana Tech and 6 for us. But that doesn't count on the scoreboard.
Worse.
Yes, it does feel worse.
So I'm
Some of our shots have been like from the blue line.
Malashevsky trying to win as that's pulled down. Green with it, pokes it into the Michigan zone. Bowler chasing it. Now Kolwich trying to get to it back in along the end boards. Kolwich trying to feed it down. That bounces right out in front. Loose. Malashevsky trying to get to it. Covered up by Poneth. As that was a puck that could have bounced anywhere, and it decided to sit in the slot and really make trouble for Michigan.
Hit a skate. Carr's not going to be happy with that. She had far side open.
8:08 left to go in the first. 2-0. Indiana Tech with the lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That's going to be Murray versus Malashevsky. Malashevsky wins that one, trying to feed it ahead, but held in by Indiana Tech.
There we go.
Oh, good
2-on-1.
job as Lagau had it, now coming ahead. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl moves it over to Hansen, and getting a stick in the way was Yakachuk.
Good
job by Yakachuk to, save a really good opportunity. Yep. Into the near corner. Lindahl trying to get to it. That comes around as Lagau into the far corner. Now ahead, Yakachuk with it. Yakachuk gains the zone. Good job to get a stick in the way back there by Kolwich. In along the near boards. Outside the near circle, there's a shot by Gilmore. Loose on the near circle. Gilmore brings it all the way back as Pedham Shan comes high slot. Pedham Shan with the shot. That hit a skate out in front. Picked up by Ferris down the far boards. That poked out of the zone as Yonker trying to hold it in, but Hansen muscled it into the neutral zone, and here comes Gilmore down the near boards. That will be off of Rogers as Hung trying to get it the other direction as Juzak chasing it.
Sam, give it to him.
Trying to get to it, his car, pulled back away. Here comes the Warriors the other direction as Yonker feeds it down the far boards. Rogers fires it all the way back in along the end boards of the Michigan zone. Gathered up there. He's trying to move it down the near boards. Katie German fired right back in by Yonker. She goes for a line change. Izzy German in the far corner, trying to get ahead of Kuzbel. Now that deflected by an Indiana Tech stick. So that grabbed right at the goal line, fed along to Terpstra outside the far circle. Trying to fire it back deep. That puck right back behind the goal. Gathered up down the near boards, trying to feed it ahead was Juzak. Right at the near point. That puck into the neutral zone. Izzy German over. Katie German coming down the far boards. Over to Hung. That just, again, a bad bounce off of a stick coming down the near boards. Izzy German trying to fire it back deep. Indiana Tech down the far board. 6:12 left to go. 2-0. Indiana Tech with the lead here in the first.
Trouble.
They pick up and coming in. There's a shot that just goes wide, as that was a brilliant opportunity for Terpstra. Bowler back behind. She had the first goal and almost had another one. Adam Sham puts it into the slot. One-timer for Green, but getting a stick in the way. I believe that was Gargiulo back there.
Man.
Excuse me, that was Swanson who got a stick in the way.
This is like a practice in defensive drills from the neutral zone. They just keep regrouping. We can't get through the neutral zone.
Gustafson banks it off the far boards over to Garbady. Garbady trying to get past Hardy.
Here we go.
And in
bang,
front,
bang.
Garbady
Boom.
right through the crease. That comes down the near boards. Gathered up by Yakachuk. Yakachuk feeds it down the far boards to Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan fires it in. Picked up outside the far circle. And moved over by Gustafson now.
Trouble.
Gargiulo, that flashing in. Gilmore knocking that pass away. And trying to come in. Bask fires it right back in. Now all the way in along the far boards. Lazar trying to feed it ahead to Cummings. That battle right in front of the Indiana Tech bench. Fired into the Indiana Tech zone. Gilmore into the near corner. Picks it up. Gilmore over to Bask. That right over to Gargiulo. Gargiulo puts it right back deep into the Indiana Tech zone. 4:45 left to go here as Black puts out in front. Here comes Lazar, and just poked away before she could get the shot off. Racing ahead, 2-on-1. Good job by Kolwich to take it away from Bask.
Nice job. Good for her.
Here comes Black, as that was dangerous, but Kolwich with a beautiful defensive play.
Putting her intensity of engineering on the hockey rink. Yeah.
Black trying to get to it in the near corner. And pulled back by Juzik underneath the far circle.
That'll be ice.
Ricochets it down, as that will or should be icing, and it is. Hey, look, I take nothing for granted, okay?
No. I'm not laughing at you. I'm saying we never know for sure.
Anything can happen here. So
obviously they've watched something. They're really getting inside our blue line and cutting across, the old Gretzky move where they're making Sandy move across and using the defensive screens. They've done that a bunch of times, and it's been pretty successful getting shots on net.
Face-off in the far face-off circle, pulling it away out into the far corner. Lindahl back to Katie German.
Tip.
There,
it's behind her.
It's loose.
My
gosh. Somehow trapped underneath the pads, as I don't think she knew where it went.
No idea where it was afterwards. No. Dang. That's where you need some puck luck here.
Berthiaume with a good save, 2-0. Indiana Tech with the lead, 4:06 left to go here in the first. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Green in. Taking the face-off versus Malashevsky. Puck into the far corner. Now moved all the way around. Bowler has it outside the near circle of her own zone. Bowler into the neutral zone. Feeds it over to Green. Beautiful pass. Tipped away. Excellent job by Izzy German to knock that away. Here comes Malashevsky. That pass got caught in a pair of skates. Tipped up and into the Indiana Tech bench.
And that's why they make the goalies wear a helmet on the bench.
Absolutely. Now, unlike me, most of those players have something important to cover in the head there. So I try to use all my brain power, but that's all right. Picking up, firing it back deep. That puck rims all the way around outside the near circle, gathering up Calverta. Calverta trying to feed it ahead, then pull back into the near corner. Terpstra waiting for it. Terpstra into the far corner. And lifted around, held in at the far point by Katie German. Carr chases it into the near corner. Picked up back there. Calverta has it. As coming along. Appreciate that.
Playing like a goaltender out there in soccer. Knocking everything. Shoot through.
There's Hung with a shot. And
there
coming up.
Right
Katie
there,
German
open
trying
net.
to get to it. Still loose out there trying to poke it away. Is now covered up. Boy, an opportunity out there.
How do you count shots on that? I don't know.
No
and
idea.
how does it not go in? Oh, my gosh.
By the way, thank you, Terry Lindahl, for giving us a message telling us that she likes the scoreboard. I appreciate that. The score bug. Very grateful, Terry. Thanks for watching from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
They're just laughing at us worrying about snow up there. So.
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't know how much was hit with some places, but if Syracuse or if Ithaca gets
tipped away, as that was
10
a
inches,
great shot.
8 inches, I'll tell you about it.
Right out in front and along the near boards. That was Gustafson with the blast from the far point. Picked up. Gargiulo trying to fire it back deep
Good
into
play,
the near
letting
corner.
it go through.
Now fed around into the far corner, back to Gustafson.
Need one.
With
Tip.
The shot.
Oh.
Tip as that just goes wide to the far side. Garbady has it. Garbady
Right
out in front, trying to get to it is Dilla. Still loose Garbady with it back in along the end boards. Garbady trying to battle two pairs of warriors. Garbady coming away with it. Now she has Episcopo popping it over in along the far boards. There's a shot deflected and sticked away by Bethune.
Well, they're not quitting. We just took the shot lead. Now we got to get back.
Legault moves it over. Here comes Yakachuk. Yakachuk down outside the near circle.
Oh,
Yakachuk skating in. And that was one of those times where you hear Coach Ned say you can't walk everyone in, and Yakachuk almost did it.
Yep.
Back to the far point to Gilmore. Gilmore fires. That deflected out into the far corner. Pedham Shan has it back over there, sending along the far board. Swanson trying to get it. Backhanded pass. That knocked down and gummed up with the works from Gilmore. Here comes Gargiulo. Gargiulo trying to feed it ahead. That held in at the far point.
Good job, Kelsey.
And
get it out
there. Kuspel has it all the
far
way back.
Side.
Now Hardy puts it down the near boards. Picked up there. Trying to lift it down. Black chasing it as that goes right back behind Bethune.
Sid right on it.
140 left to go. Flazar trying to get to it. All the way back. Colwich, who has had a good game so far, feeds it ahead. Here comes Cummings. Cummings trying to get it past.
Here we
comes
go.
Flazar.
2-on-1.
Flazar racing.
Go.
Black
Rip it.
has it. Black with a shot and a save as Flazar was right there. But right into the big padding right on that Indiana Tech
place.
Right out
we like to say you can't move out of the way if you're a goalie. Right in the bread basket. But we'll take a shot.
Pops up. Good job to move it over
send
by
it right
Flazar.
there back
She
would have been
right
good.
there for a rebound.
Yep. Or send it back because she was committed.
Yep. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Malashevsky in there. Green on the other side. That Berthium's left. Back behind. Terpstra has it. Terpstra comes from the near side to the far side, trying to get it all the way down the ice.
That's going to be a race. She's going to win.
Racing forward as Bowler has it. Bowler back behind the goal into the near corner. Bowler stopping and icing there. Calverta at the near point. Trying to poke that away. Now coming away with it.
There we go. 2-on-1.
Here comes Lindahl racing ahead with it. Lindahl top of the near circle with a shot. Hansen trying to get to it, but covered up by Bethune.
I think, unless something really weird happens, we're going to outshoot them this period. Which is a nice sign that we're not quitting, that's for sure.
Absolutely. 1 minute left to go here in the first. 2-0. Indiana Tech with the lead. Malashevsky in to take the face-off as that comes in along the near boards. Holding it in as Izzy German puts it into the slot, slips all the way into the far corner. As Murray trying to get to it, Malashevsky in that corner. Now Hansen comes in to get it. Lindahl back to the far point to Izzy German, back to Lindahl, top of the far circle. Lindahl, wrister there, just goes high.
Field goal.
Got a piece of it with the glove that sent it high. Coming ahead, Yakachuk down over to Pedham Shan. Pedham Shan has speed. Pedham Shan fires it back into the far corner. She's not the biggest player, but she has wheels and she is dangerous.
She's a water bug. 12 is perched right deep slot. I'm sure she can rip it.
As Episcopo with a shot deflects out in front. Pedham Shan right in the front trying to get a rebound. That pulled down the far boards. Trying to dig it out of there is Malashevsky. Still poking, still trying to get to it. As again, that's a.
They're going to let that sit.
That's a quartet of players
love
there.
that.
As trying to come in.
KG's not. Oh, it gets hit in the head, keeping her out. Yeah, that's a good one not to chirp with.
So that is going to be the end of the first period there, and we are very, very. Well, we came back. What was the shot?
I got 12, 15 for us and 12 for them.
So Michigan outshot them, but on the big board, it's 2-0 Indiana Tech.
On the new board.
So Michigan looking for a big second period to get it tied up. It was good to see the team not get discouraged with the 0-2 Indiana Tech lead there.
Yep. No, that's true. And I'm sorry I'm not more connected with what's happened to Bill. He's not on the bench tonight. I hope everything's okay. I know he had to miss practice last night for something that came up, so hopefully everything's okay with him.
I hope indeed he is all right.
Obviously, the coaching staff doesn't feel like they're in desperate need because I'm certified to be there if they need me, but this is a comfortable spot to be in.
Well, we appreciate you up here, and the fans do as well.
The stress is less, although not enough less.
And we want to thank Shauna Heiserman, who fired in. She's watching the broadcast from California. Thank you so much, Shauna.
That might be the furthest away,
Very
further than
grateful.
Texas.
Absolutely. Well, I think we've had a few folks from California at times. We used to have
Ava G's folks.
Yep, they're out there, as well as Ponith. I'm totally losing
Julia.
Well, there was Shorkey. Her mother, Shorkey, was
MC.
Yeah, she would Mary Claire Shorkey. Her mother was on international flights, and she would be watching us over Iceland. Or at that time we were audio, so she would be listening over Iceland. So that's probably one of the furthest. But we have had a few folks. We have a few folks from New Zealand watching the last couple games. So
I had a buddy there, but I don't think he was doing it.
So if you're listening in Auckland, someday I need to visit.
Yeah.
So what does Michigan need to do coming into this second period to try and wrestle back this lead? Obviously, shots on goal are good, but how do they need to turn those into scores?
Well, they've got to take away her eyes. They've got to get people in front. She's a big, tall goalie, and she's going to get them even if she doesn't see them. And then there are some rebounds there, so we've got to crash the net. I mean, you see when they go to the net, they're not even worried about setting up a triangle. They're just all going to the net all out.
Yeah.
And if we do that and the puck is there, it's teed up. We've had a couple of those. We just need to, open the floodgates a little bit and stay the course. I mean, I can't fault anybody for 15 shots on net and out shooting our opponent. And you know what? I wouldn't blame Sandy for any of those, but she's going to lock it down now. So I'd like to think, we've got it locked down. Let's do our thing and make those shots on net behind her.
So again, it's Michigan had gotten out of the habit recently of letting the other team get that first goal. They've come up and had a good opportunity early, but now they're down two, so they're really going to have to buckle down, and they're going to have to come back versus a very good Indiana Tech team. And
we need to have some other lines. I mean, I know that Emily's line got a lot of shifts that period. We need to have the other lines take that ice time by producing. We really have to. It's too easy to match up against us, even if you have the second change. You've got to have more scoring on different lines, and I know that's a huge focus, and we can do it. We've got people who can really shoot the puck, pass the puck. They're smart. We just have to,
That's going to be something that's going to be interesting when we go to St. Louis coming up starting on the 18th of January. Is we're going to have 6 players out at the
and Tribbs, our head coach,
and Tribbs out at the World Games, the World University Games, and I kind of think of it a little bit like back in with the Michigan men's team, Red Berenson. He had always a lot of kids going to the World Juniors, but they still competed in the Great Lakes Invitational. And to a certain degree, that gave other players a chance. So it was hard to win the Great Lakes Invitational without those players, but they did occasionally. And then when they came back, they always had a huge push in that second half of the year because you got other players involved taking up the reins. So honestly, I know it's going to be a tough swing out there without a really good line. I think it might be a great opportunity for this team to find some things.
Talent builder, confidence builder, and a true athlete say they accept that challenge and they say, I'm going to fill that spot. And it's also a really good thing for the future because they're going to get playing time that next year is going to prove to be beneficial to them. So
absolutely,
that's how you have to look at it. You can't mail it in. You got to look at. I mean, if you're a healthy scratch, you're thinking, oh man, I'm going to skate 3 games in St. Louis and I'm going to set the world on fire, and they're not going to be able to keep me out of the lineup. And that's what you want from a coaching staff, is you want somebody that forces you to say, I can't have that player out of the lineup. They've got to be in the lineup, and you're sorry when they're hurt and you keep them in the lineup. Not hurt, but just, I mean, that's the kind of thought you want to make them. You want them there so you don't lose them for any reason. So
Absolutely. Well, let's turn and have a little bit of the Michigan Marching Band playing here. We will be back with the ACHA Scoreboard Report coming up. You're watching Michigan Women's Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. I hate to interrupt the Michigan marching band like that, but I want to make sure I have time for the ACHA scoreboard report. So taking a look back on Thursday, other action out there. Michigan State beat Davenport by a score of 8-0. It was Midland beating University of Minnesota 9-0. Niagara beat Sioux College 4-1. It was a 5-1 win, University of Michigan over University of Michigan Dearborn. Montana State with a 12-1 win over University of Washington. It was Rhode Island beating Penn State in overtime 3-2. It was Adrian beating University of Jamestown over in Jamestown 5-4. And in Arizona, it was Grand Canyon University falling to Colorado State 6-4. Taking a look at action this week, I don't think we have anything until today's game. Other action happening today, no score reported, but Liberty is hosting Minot State. Arizona State is hosting McKendree, and Utah is hosting Midland tonight. So all that action going on as both of these teams end up back out on to the ice. It is a 2-0 lead for Indiana Tech, the Warriors, with the early lead with the goal at 17-27. That was Bowler with the score, we believe. Taking a look, it was Green on the assist. And then at 12:29, it was Anderson who had the Indiana Tech goal. So 2-0 Indiana Tech. Shots on goal. Michigan actually had the lead in those. But doesn't matter, as on the scoreboard, that's what matters. 2-0 Indiana Tech with that lead. Michigan out here. Michigan will be going this time from right to left, as Indiana Tech should be coming out momentarily. And they'll play, I think they went to the locker room to our left, I believe.
Yeah, they're playing. Yeah, the ref just gave some of our young fans, I believe, a puck.
It's wonderful. Nice. We got a bunch of young folk in here and kind of around, and it's always cool to see. There was a couple really wonderful photographs from the Ann Arbor, Michigan Dearborn game, where they had the players coming off and slapping, giving high fives to a bunch of young hockey players over there. Those are always great pictures.
There were little ones, real little ones on before us tonight. That was cute, especially in the goalie outfits.
Absolutely.
Putting on the pads I don't know. I don't think they were 5. Mini mites.
They were definitely young, and they were getting their pictures taken too, as Jonathan Knight was doing a photography session for them here. So
that's fun.
He's done a little play-by-play as well across the way. Here's Indiana Tech coming out.
Well, it's fun to be here, this be your home arena, and watch the Indiana Tech or the visiting teams, parents come through and see it for the first time and take pictures and everything like that. That doesn't happen in some of the soulless arenas that some people play in.
And nothing against the Arctic edge of Canton, but it's not someplace where people are going to take photographs when you play.
That's right.
It does look like about three-quarters of the other rinks out there.
They encourage us to play out of there too, and we're like, no, then it's nobody's home arena.
We do want to thank Mama Berthium sent us a wonderful message, and we appreciate her watching, cheering on the Indiana Tech team from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada.
Alberta.
Again, more folks laughing at our worry about the snow coming out here. The puck in along the near boards as that's sent back by Hansen into the Tech zone. Picking it up back there is Yonker. Yonker coming head down the far boards. Yonker feeds it, trying to get to Bowler. That just a little far icing out in front. That will be icing.
Starters started again for Michigan. Same line, Emily's line.
So you got Lindahl,
Twin
Hansen.
Towers on D.
Absolutely. And Malashevsky with Izzy German and Katie German out there, as it's Green out there for taking the face-off for Indiana Tech. Anderson just to the left there with Yonker. And puck, top of the near circle, holding it in. Katie German puts it outside the near circle. Working her way is Lindahl. Lindahl into the near corner. Green dogging her.
There we go.
Coming
Shot.
in. Lindahl trying to get past. Here comes Izzy German trying to chip it. There's Malashevsky with a redirection, but
hey,
didn't get everything
on the net is fine. I'd like to see Izzy crank one quick snapper there.
As a stick in the way, good defensive play by Indiana Tech to make it tough, as she couldn't get everything on it.
Yeah. They know who the leading scorers are.
Murray out there to take the face-off versus Gordon in the far face-off circle. Hunk puts it back to the far point. Now over to Gustafson. Gustafson, top of the near circle, puts that right behind Terpstra, trying to get to it. Hung back over there. That grab. Bowler coming down the far boards with it. That was Murray coming ahead. Now Gustafson knocks it right back down the near boards. Pedham Shan trying to pull away. Here comes Carr. Carr makes her way. There's a shot that just goes wide. Gargiulo holds it in at the far point. Now tipped back into the neutral zone. Fired back, trying to get it in by Gustafson, but that puck right back over to Episcopo. Episcopo banks it off the near board ahead. Pedham Shan into the zone, but that's sent right back to Carr. That was tipped, so no icing into the near corner. And along the end boards, Terpstra with it. Carr trying to knock
Make
that
her
away.
pay for carrying it out. Good for them.
Puck right back behind. Dilla trying to get to it. As this Wolverine
Goalie
team
has no clue.
Nice
wrap. There's two.
Oh,
my goodness. Nothing there.
Is trying to get to
Right
Bethune with some amazing saves. She really walled off that goal. Here comes Pedham Shan the other direction. Pedham Shan trying to get to it. Knocked away. That puck right back into the neutral zone. Here comes Garbady racing back to get it.
Garbady got tattooed in front of that net with trying to stuff it.
Legault down the far boards trying to move it ahead. Picked up by Rogers. Intercepted right at center ice. Sent right back in by Kolwich. Now Kolwich feeds over in along the far boards. Coming ahead with it. Here comes Indiana Tech. Garbady trying to knock it away from Rogers.
Yeah, she's tough.
And puck down.
She took that hit. I think she was surprised there wasn't a call.
Ferris has
Nice
it.
play.
Swanson trying to move it ahead to Black. Black puts it back deep. Chasing it back. As pulling it back the other direction. Calverta had it. Now sent the other direction. Legault into the far corner. Flazar trying to
Guys are
pull that
grinding
away.
away.
Right back behind.
Put it on net.
Calverta putting it back into the far corner. Legault battling with Flazar in that far corner. Now outside the far circle. Trying to get to it is Black, but good job to pull it away. Here comes Legault. Legault fires it down the far boards. Juzak puts it back deep. That went
Hits
right
the
off
ref.
of the official. The officials haven't had a good time of it today.
No.
As that's sent ahead, intercepted, coming the other direction. Gilmore down their own blue line. Ricochets it off the far board. Green chasing it in. And along the end boards, here comes Katie German. Katie German ahead. Flazar racing to get it held in by Hardy. Hardy puts it outside the near circle. Now right back. That slips into the neutral zone.
That's a sweet little interference there.
Gilmore has it at her own blue line. Bowler trying to backhand it. Is that pulled back?
No, don't go D to D. Oh, now you can.
Izzy German moves it over to Katie German down the near boards, right to center ice. Pulling it in is Hansen. Hansen, top of the near circle. Blocker save, knocked around. Is Bethune. Excellent job. That off the side of the net.
It's in.
Is it in? It's
It
in.
is in. That's why you put everything on net.
A
Just like
wide
rolled
angle
open her arm.
shot. And that was tough because Bethune has made some amazing saves so far, and that one just slipped, and Garbady puts it in. Michigan gets it to a one-goal lead.
Was it? I think it was Black.
Here we come. Is that knocked away? Coming wide-angle shot.
Black's
Hit
going to
down
get
in
it.
Front. Is that Black or is that Garbady? I know Garbady was first in the handshake line.
Oh, Black was the first in the handshake
Oh, it was?
line.
Okay, my bad. I saw 4.
Yeah.
There we go. So 14 Black. Please forgive me.
That's all right. I mean,
I even have my glasses on.
they don't know who shot it.
So Black, number 14, gets the goal. At least that's what we'll have up here. Is that her first goal?
Well, that's I hate to say, but I think it is.
So coming down the near boards, here comes Episcopo.
She said, "Can you hear?"
Yep, it did sound like it was Black.
Okay.
So the puck in along the near boards as Hansen trying to get it out. Big goal by Michigan is if Indiana Tech made it 3-0, that would have really big hill to climb. Coming down the near boards. This is a very good Indiana Tech team.
Contagious
Terpstra
goals
brings it
here,
in.
and that floodgates are open, but
Into
not
the slot.
like that.
Yakachuk with a shot. Is that just off the side of the net? As Gustafson feeds it around to Hansen outside the near circle. Again, this is a very dangerous Warrior team. Back over, grabbing it, trying to feed it ahead is Legault. Now Juzak sends it down the near boards. Gustafson puts it right back in. Legault into the near corner of her own zone. Feeds it into the far corner. Now back to Legault underneath the near circles. Coach Ned search for a puck for a make a first goal puck for Black into the far corner. Trying to get to it. Kuzbel has it there, battling with Gargiulo, trying to dig it out of there. That right in front, but pulled back by Ferris. Ferris sends it down the near boards, and here comes Carr. Carr over on blue line. Intercepted. Rogers knocks it back over to Jusak. Jusak over center ice. Jusak comes in, top of the far circle. Jusak spins outside of the far circle to buy herself some room. Now, head over to Calverta outside the near circle.
Okay, we need
trying
to
to
clear
pull that
the zone.
away. Now Calverta, that slips back into the neutral zone. Racing back to get it is Hardy. Hardy into the near corner with it. She goes right back behind Bethune. Bethune now coming along, trying to pick it up there. Gordon, that slips back in along the near boards. Here comes Calverta. Calverta feeds it to center ice. Racing in is Anderson. Anderson outside the near circle. Anderson right back behind. Now Hung trying to get to it, put into the near corner. Green trying to pull that away. Down the near boards, Gilmore has it. Gilmore over to Yonker. Yonker with a shot, top of the far circle, into the far corner. And pulled, sent along the near boards by Kolwich. Picked up there. Into the near corner goes by Gilmore. Gilmore takes it right back behind the Michigan goal, into the far corner. Kolwich and Gilmore battling outside the far circle. Back to the far point to Yonker. That shot sticked into the near corner.
They are answering. We are not. We've got to figure this out.
Bowler trying to peel that away. Now Gordon in there trying to dig it out. Anderson also adding her stick to the fray, trying to dig it out of the near corner. They continue to battle as that pops back. Here comes Carr. Carr feeds it all the way across. Just misses Hung's stick. Hung trying to knock it away, but a good job to pull it right back in there by Gilmore. Here comes Carr down the near boards. Carr trying to get away from Yonker. Carr puts it back deep. Murray picks it up in the near corner. Murray set back, right back behind her own goal. Murray trying to fire it ahead to Bowler. Bowler coming ahead with it. And knocked off the stick by Izzy German.
Uh-oh. No interference.
And moved over onto the near circle. Murray trying to get to a good job by Garbady to lift this stick. Murray into the near corner, back to the near point. Here comes Yonker. Yonker, top of the near circle to Pedham Shan, knocked away. And all the way back. That'll slip into the neutral zone. Indiana Tech will have to reset. Episcopal fires it right back in down the far boards.
She can fire it.
Absolutely. 12:50 left to go here in the second.
Coming late.
2-1 as that backhanded out in front, and Poneth covers it up
save.
as Juzak was right there looking for the rebound.
So since we've scored, they've almost come totally back on shots. We have 5 to their 4, and they had none when we scored our first goal. So
Well,
they are answering.
we know this is a very good Indiana Tech team, and they're not going to give Michigan an inch. Face-off to Ponet's right in the far face-off circle. Juzak that wins back. Rogers trying to put it out in front. That right back behind Ponet. Now Cummings moves it over to Flazar. Flazar trying to move it ahead. Black races down. Black with her first goal as a Wolverine earlier in this period. All the way back. Episcopo chases it into the near corner. No icing on that. Coming down the near boards. Lazar intercepts. Lazar with a shot and a beautiful save. As boy, that could have turned into something. But Bethune with an excellent save there. Back in along the end boards, trying to move it across. Here comes Lazar. Lazar moves it down the near boards, trying to pull that away. Is Legault. Picking it up is Calverta. Calverta down on the far boards. Juzak puts it ahead. Now coming right off the bench, coming in. Here comes Green. Good poke check by Izzy German.
Okay, we got 3.
Now coming down the near boards, Hansen had it knocked away by Legault.
On net.
All the way
She
back.
moved for it.
Will go just wide, but that will be icing. 11:40 left to go.
That was Sid Black. Should be her first goal.
Perfect. Well,
Congratulations. Get a
we congratulate Black for
first
her
goal
first
puck.
goal. 11:40 left to go here in the second, in a fast-moving second period. Face-off in the near face-off circle. And puck in along the near boards. Bowler chasing it. That lift all the way down. That went into the near corner. That will be icing again and head right back into the Michigan end. 11:32 left to go. 2-1. Indiana Tech with the lead. Again, tomorrow we will not be able to go down. My wife dealing with a back surgery that was a lot more major surgery than we anticipated, so her road to recovery is a little more difficult. So Indiana Tech has a fantastic broadcast. We'll let them do that, and hopefully my wife can recover and join us on some games after the new year. In along the far boards, coming ahead is E. German trying to get to it. That's sent back to the far point. Shot there by Hardy.
Backdoor.
Pulling, trying to get to that green, now coming away with it. Banked off the far boards. Calverta has it at her own blue line. Over to Legault. Legault trying to avoid Hansen. Right back into the neutral zone. Hansen has it. Hansen trying to get past over to Lindahl. Lindahl right at the far point, trying to fire that back deep. Legault chases it into the near corner. Legault down the near boards. Lindahl trying to hold it in. She's able to do that as Bowler trying to knock it away. Now Calverta down the far boards.
Oh, wow.
As we'll see if that was
Ice.
tipped. Nope, that will be icing.
I'm
as
surprised that got through.
Bowler tried to get to it, and it was just off of, just out of her stick's reach. 10:44 left to go here in the second. 2-1, Indiana Tech with the lead. Malashevsky in to take the face-off. At the Berthoum's right. Green on the other side of the face-off. Puck into the near corner. Hansen trying to get to it away from Legault. Pulling it away. Here comes Green over on blue line. Down the near boards. Green gains his own.
Change, thankfully.
Top of the near circle. Good job to deflect it by Gustafson. Hansen into the near corner, but that grabbed by Anderson. Anderson outside the near circle. That tipped away. Here comes Michigan.
Coming from behind.
Racing ahead is Hansen as she ends up down.
Yeah, there's going to be a penalty on them for a trip, I think.
Slash is the call,
Okay.
and we're going to see, and now we get to see if my power plate will work. We didn't get to, we're doing a little OCR scoreboard here, and I had a
We're
hard
going to
time.
see if my power play will work.
Into the boxes, Murray. Hey, it pulled up with 2. Now we're going to hope there is a line that goes right through that one. So we're going to hope that it counts down okay, because the line holding up the netting over there is giving our OCR a little bit of an issue.
Sounds technical.
Yeah, now that is on the wrong side. I should have moved that, but that's okay. So power play for Michigan. That's the penalty to Indiana Tech. They're counting down. So this is what happens when I make a scoreboard. I need to fix it, but that's okay. Cummings has it at the far point. It's a Michigan power play. Lazar outside the far circle.
Walk in,
Back
walk in,
Cummings
walk
has
in.
it over to KD German. KD German.
There.
That shot tipped out and
Yes!
score. That's Lazar's score. As Berthoum could do nothing about it.
No, nice tip.
That was a
They're
tip by Lazar.
very passive penalty kill, and we took advantage of it. Could have taken a few more steps in, but that worked out great. Good for them.
Michigan goal there.
Oh, 2-2.
2-2. We're all tied up. Is moved over and that's sent in. Moved around, so 2-2 is our score.
These guys have responded, and now we're going to get one. Dang it.
We got a penalty upcoming as it'll be an Indiana Tech power play.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of a hold.
Yep, holding is the call.
And now we get to see how this new PK works, because it's been a bit of a floundering point for us.
Into the box goes Kolwich.
She just got tall and got tangled.
So that says 2:04. That's not right, but hopefully it'll count down okay. That is
they got
weird,
an
but
extra
that's
4.
okay.
Is that because it's reading the time of day, too?
I don't know. That out in front. There's only so
Don't
much
ask
we
me
can do.
questions.
As
Nice.
that's all the way back to the far point. Episcopo with it. Episcopo moves it over. Again, it's Indiana Tech's power play. That over top of the far circle. Shot. That deflects by
They got a
Green.
one-timer on the side, on the wing.
Back behind Bowler
Okay.
has it in the far corner. Back to Episcopo. Episcopo. High slot now, trying to work her way into the far corner.
That's
Bowler.
Green who
trying
set that goal up, too.
Green, top of the near circle outside. Green trying to get to it as that's poked away back there. Garbady trying to knock it back. As
Green sent it out of the zone, not happy with herself.
1 minute, 17 seconds left to go in this power play. Coming back. I believe this is the one that has the little stanchion pole in front of it. Coming down the far boards, that picked up by Garbady. Garbady into the zone, fires it all the way back into the near corner of the Indiana Tech end with 1 minute left to go on the power play. Coming ahead with it, knocked down.
Stay on the defensive side. Good job.
And is
Way
trying
to
to
go.
pull it away. Yakachuk fires it down the far boards. 48 seconds left to go here on
Tying
the
him
power
up in the
play.
neutral zone. Got to love this.
Episcopo trying to fire it ahead. That gained in. Yakachuk has it.
8's wide open. Right there.
Out in front. That down the near boards. 34 seconds left in the power play. All the way back. As that'll pull it. 8:05 left to go. Calverta has it in her own zone. Fires it ahead. Pedam Shan gains the zone. Pedam Shan with 22 seconds left on the power play. Offsides.
That's why we practice.
So it is the Michigan power play there that, again, there's a line coming from the ceiling messing that up. So we'll have to try and find a better spot for that
You
camera.
got wire cutters?
That would get us in trouble. We'd never be allowed back in this building. What'd you do? Hey, it hurt our scoreboard, so
Yeah,
we
it
got
was
rid
messing
of the...
up my tech guy. I couldn't handle it.
That all the way back, picking it up. Gilmore back behind her own goal, down the far boards. Boy, that was a little dangerous. Gathered down the near boards. Trying to fire it ahead is Episcopal. Bowler has it. Bowler
gotta
got
love
the scoring started for Indiana Tech. Here comes Episcopal. 1 second, and that power play has
Don't let her
expired.
shoot now.
There's a shot and saved by Conniff. Whew. Boy, they had some opportunities there.
Kill a
7:31.
penalty today. Beep. Pew.
That is
Huge.
absolutely.
Yeah, but the way that ended at the end of the PK was not.
Indiana Tech definitely had
Relaxing.
their opportunities there. Face off in the near face off circle. Green, that's to the right upon it. That tip back held in. Terpstra fires it right back behind the goal. Gargiulo chasing it. Bowler outside the far circle. Bowler puts it back. Anderson underneath the far circle. Anderson all the way back to Terpstra at the far points. Terpstra outside the far circle, trying to get it in front. There's a shot saved by Ponif. Unbelievable, as I believe that was Yakachuk. No, that was Anderson out in front. That was, if not for Ponif, that would have absolutely been a highlight reel goal.
You can kick a leg out.
In a long, Hansen trying to pull it outside the near circle. Is that down the near boards? Malashevsky trying to get to it. Legal holds it in. Murray chases it out at the far point. Trying to get to it. Lindahl Murray with a shot in the glove save.
Let's settle down
on
and
it.
get a new line out there. Just take a deep breath.
I could use to do that myself.
Tied shot 7-7.
6:46 left to go here in the second. 2-2 is the score. Indiana Tech out to a 2-0 lead at the end of the first. Michigan's come back, but there's a shot by Indiana Tech trying to take the lead again.
She can shoot too.
As that was a beautiful rip. Yakachuk from the top of the far circle.
Nice draw win right to her winger.
Face off. Murray trying to get to it. That puck loose. Now coming away. Put over by Ferris. Hung trying to get to it.
Nice
Now,
play
comes
with
Carr.
her skate.
Carr trying to get away from Hardy. Hardy. That all the way back. Calverta has it. Calverta moves it over to Yakachuk.
Right there.
Trying to feed it ahead. Here comes Murray down the near boards. Murray loses the edge. That puck right in front of the scorer's bench. Here comes Murray chasing it into the Michigan end. Kolwich has it right back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Over to Hung outside the far circle. Tip there.
Gotta have it,
Gordon
guys.
trying to
Gotta
get
have
to
it.
Now Kolwich in the far corner. She rims it all the way around outside the near circle. Here comes Carr. That knocked away. Good job by Juzak. The Carr forcing her way through, firing it.
Good. Put it on
Good
net.
save there.
Take the draw on that end.
Berthiaume with a save, not wanting to take any chances, covers it up. Well, both goalkeepers have been very, very good between the pipes. And Michigan got things going with a really wide-angle shot that just slipped past, something that was...
It kind of rolled up a glove.
Absolutely nothing she could do about that one, and quick cover-up off the face-off.
No, it was almost like just a rolling puck out of the corner.
Yeah.
That's why you put everything in, because it's hard to even see down with all the equipment and the chin straps and everything in a goalie's mask.
I can only imagine. I have that issue with my midsection, so I can only imagine with other things. Yonker has it into the far corner, trying to get to it. Here comes Bask. Bask down the far boards, that into the neutral zone. Rogers trying to get to it. Garbady tied up in front of her own bench.
So strong on those battles.
As now Katie German moves it ahead, trying to get to Swanson. That all the way through. We'll say that was tipped back, picking it up.
Oh,
Goes
no.
down. That's going to be a power play for Indiana Tech coming up. Michigan needs to touch it up.
Yep, they're going to have another skater.
Yep, empty net to our left. Quickly, Katie German touches it, and here comes another power play for Indiana Tech.
Well, that's just an effort penalty. Stick on puck, stick got to skate.
5:13 left to go here. 2 minutes up on the clock. Beatty into the box for tripping.
Grace will go to the box and feel shame.
And again, ignore that little 4 seconds, and it's not counting perfect, but it's better than not having anything.
Is that because player 4 is up there now this time? I got your diagnostics going here.
Appreciate that. Gilmore has it. That slips back into the neutral zone. Gilmore over to Episcopo. Episcopo coming down now, right over to Green down the near boards. Green over center. Green gets it over to Bowler. Bowler, top of the far circle. Gargiulo trying to send her wide. Bowler back to the far point to Episcopo. Back to Bowler outside the far circle now.
Perimeter is good.
Episcopo, high slot, thought about it. Moved it over to Gilmore with a shot. That was deflected out in front. Into the near corner, set back up. Gilmore over to Episcopo. Episcopo shot there out in front. And boy, it
Green.
wouldn't settle down for Green. If it would have settled down, she would have had an open net there.
Yeah, she's the one-time player.
There's
too.
a shot. Episcopo, backhanded shot, sticked away. Good job. Back, here comes Gilmore. Gilmore back. One-timer by Episcopo. That into the far corner.
No,
Sent
harder.
back. Episcopo has it at the far point.
There we go. Get there.
Trying to knock it
Okay,
away.
you got time.
And fired all the way down. Excellent job by Michigan to get it down. Dilla goes for a line change with Cummings.
Yep, they're
Picked
sending
up
this
really
weak
quickly
side.
Sending, trying to get to it. Icing waved off as Murray trying to grab it. Now Pedham Shand outside the far circle. Pedham Shand back to the far point. Terpstra, top of the far circle.
We got a
Terpstra
one-timer over here.
into the far corner. Terpstra back out. Now sends it back to Calverta. Calverta over to Yakachuk, top of the near circle. Over top of the far circle. That one just goes wide. Trying to lift it out. Hansen gets it all the way down. 26 seconds left in the power play for Indiana Tech.
If they don't bring this out clean, it could be down there.
As Gordon trying to get to it, Terpstra brings it ahead. Now down the near boards, here comes Yakachuk. Yakachuk gains his own with 11 seconds left in the power play. Katie German trying to drive that wide, right back into the neutral zone. That should do it as 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. The power play has expired. Back to full strength.
Kill a
It's
penalty
Michigan.
today. 2 in a row.
Katie German stops that as fires it back in. The Michigan power play has been much better as of late. I don't want to jinx them now that I've said that. If there's a goal, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Trying to bring it in, Anderson outside of the near circle in her own zone, fires it right back behind. That was a weird sounding puck off the dasher. Coming ahead with it is Green. Green gains the zone.
Nice
Good job to poke check it away.
Be ready, be ready, be ready.
And Malashevsky trying to get it. Hansen
There
all the
we
way
go.
across. Here comes Katie German. Katie German.
Rip it, KG.
Top of the near circle with
Oh,
a
good
shot.
shot.
And a
She doesn't know where it is. Shots
Purdue
are even, Mark. 10-10.
with a big save there as 2-2 is our score. Tied shots, tied on the scoreboard. What else would you expect from the number 7 and number 8 teams in the nation? Big CCWHA matchup. These are two teams that would like to see each other at Eddie Edgar Ice Arena in the CCWHA playoffs coming up. Was that March?
The finals.
Absolutely, we'd love to see him in the finals. Ferris takes it at the near point, trying to fire at Lindahl. That back over, trying to pick it up is Jusak. Jusak into the far corner, trying to get it away from Malashevsky. Now Legault there.
Put it in front. There you go.
Now outside, Hansen trying to chip it back. Legault chases it in along the end board as Lindahl trying to get to it.
Good forecheck.
And along the near boards, trying to get to it is Rogers. Now Piscopo chasing it.
Oh, here
Loose.
Julia. Didn't see it. Oh.
Now coming ahead with it. Here comes Jusak. That tipped away by Ferris. Jusak retreats into her own defensive side. Episcopo launches it all the way down. Oh, boy, that just missed. Almost caught the post there.
Yeah. I'm going to trust Sandy to handle that.
Much better than us up here.
Yeah.
1 minute, 51 seconds here in the second. 2-2 is our score. Well, so far it's been everything we expected it to be between these two teams. Face-off in the near face-off circle.
Yeah, get your money's worth. There's still good seats available. Some of the cushy seats are still here.
Garbady
open.
trying to get to it. Now
Kick
Flazar
it.
trying
There
to
you go.
pull it away. Juzak gets all the way back.
Rip it,
to
rip
the
it.
blue line. There's a shot by
Ooh,
Gustafson.
and there's that rebound.
And covered up.
I do like the way we're getting some shots.
Perfume with a good save again. She has been solid. 1 minute 41 seconds left to go here in the second. Again, big test for Michigan here versus a very good Indiana Tech team. Garbadian trying to take the face-off versus
Nice
Murray.
quick shot.
Loose into the slot. Pedam-Shan moves it over. Now picking up Yakachuk. Yakachuk over center down the far boards.
That's
Yakachuk
your far side.
outside into the far corner. Goes right back behind the
Oh,
Michigan goal. Trying to
geez.
fire it out in front.
Wrap around. Ooh.
Now Pedam-Shan into the near corner. Back to Calverda at the near point. Calverda back outside the near circle. Pedam-Shan spins around. Now Gargiulo chases it into
Got
the
room.
far corner. Trying to get it ahead as
That's
that'll
out.
go out. Picked up. Here comes Swanson. Swanson trying to move it, but Pedam-Shan with a good job to get it back for Indiana Tech. Now
Way to
Gustafson
hustle over.
right back as Hardy
Keegan
has
got
it at
there.
center ice. Hardy spinning, trying to avoid Garbady. Now Gargiulo has it in her own zone. Gustafson down the near boards, ahead to Swanson. Swanson right at center ice. She feeds it back deep. Stop right back behind the goal. Hardy has it into the far corner. Green chasing it. Is Gordon trying to get to it. That off of Hung, but deflected back into the neutral zone. Here comes Anderson over to Bowler. Bowler in the slot. Bowler with that shot that just goes wide. Bowler underneath the far circle now. Feeding it into the slot. Trying to get to it is Green. Knocked away. Good defense by Katie German. She goes down to try and get it out of there, but there will be a whistle.
Got a
And
penalty?
a tripping call upcoming as into the box goes Green. And this
Well, that's
is
a nice way to start next period.
28.4 seconds left to go here. Michigan will have a power play, and unless they score quickly, it is going to be a power play that continues into the third period. Again, it's a Michigan power play.
Michigan power play,
Face
which
off
has been very good. It's our first of this game, right?
second of this game.
Second of this game. Sorry.
Back, no.
That's why you're here.
High slot picked up there. There's a shot. Glove save. There's Berthume with an excellent save there. 21.1 seconds left to go here. 1:53 left to go in the power play. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Malashevsky in to take the face-off. Bowler the other direction. Or excuse me, Murray the other direction. Loose on the far circle. Hansen trying to get to it. Rocketed back to the far point.
Okay, here we
Held
go.
in. Lindahl high slot.
Oh,
That
that's
went
going
off.
to leave a mark.
Yeah, it's fired all the way down by Murray into the Michigan end with 8 seconds left to go in the period. Tipped by Carr. Loose as chasing it. Gilmore has it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. As that will do it for the period. But it's a period that Michigan was able to come back with 2 goals. One at 16:23. That was Black with the goal. Then at 9:43, it was Flazar putting it in. And we are all knotted up. Like I said, everything you would expect from the 7th-ranked team and the 8th-ranked team in the nation.
Shots are 27 Michigan, 22 Indiana Tech.
So both teams
Close
getting
game.
their offensive opportunities.
So here it is, third period.
So what is Michigan going to have to do to dig deep to make sure they come out with the win and not let Indiana Tech get the lead again?
Well, we've got the momentum. We outshot them, so we just got to keep doing what we're doing and keep the faith and support Sandy and put everything on the net and crash. I mean, you're on the corner, you pass a puck out from the edge and it rolls up a sleeve. That's what you hope to have happen. So it's a resilient group and they've shown it. So hopefully they're not exhausted from their studies and all the exams. I know some had exams today, so they'll take it all out on the hockey puck and the other goaltender.
So we're going to step away here. We'll play. It is the second intermission, so you know what time it is. It's time for I Can't Turn You Loose. We'll be right back with the Michigan Scoreboard Report. And your third period, 2-2, is the score between Indiana Tech and Michigan. We'll be back after this.
Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to the Michigan Amphitheater. You know, so much of the music we hear today is this pre-programmed electronic disco. You never get a chance to hear master bluesmen practicing their craft. By the year 2006, the music now known as the blues will exist only in the classical record department of your local public library. And so, this afternoon, while we still can, let us welcome from Ann Arbor, Michigan, Gary Lewis and his blues band. Gary Lewis and his blues band.
As we are back live here from Yost Ice Arena, where it is 2-2 at the end of 2. And now it's time for your Michigan scoreboard report. Back to Sunday the 17th. Women's basketball took on Oakland, and they won that one 88-42. It was men's soccer versus number 1 Ohio State. That was a 1-0 loss to Ohio State. In women's volleyball, they played number 16 Minnesota, who beat them 3-1. In wrestling, it was Columbia. Michigan won that one 28-9. On Monday, November 18th, men's basketball played Miami University of Ohio. They won that one 94-67. On Tuesday, the 19th, it was men's and women's tennis in the singles and doubles championship down in Waco, Texas. Those both non-scoring events. Those continued on Wednesday. Also on Wednesday, women's basketball took on Long Island University and won that one 96-31. Today, again, the NCAA singles and doubles championship down in Waco, non-scoring event. Men's soccer beat Robert Morris by a score of 2-0. In volleyball, Michigan beat Maryland over at Cliff Keen Arena 3-0. In men's basketball, they are taking on, that is a 8:30 game, so going on right now, they are taking on Tarleton State. Someone from Texas can probably totally correct my pronunciation on that. Tomorrow, action happening. The men's and women's tennis continues from Waco, Texas. Women's swimming and diving takes on Georgia Tech in the Georgia Tech Invitational. Same thing with men's. Hockey, Michigan is down in college, down at State College to take on Penn State. And in wrestling, Michigan is down in Durham, North Carolina to take on Duke. That is your Michigan scoreboard report here. It's all knotted up between the number 7 and the number 18 in the country. As both squads out there. Maybe we can pull up that top 10 really quickly before we get going. Again, Liberty stays at number 1. McKendree flips with Maryville. Maryville now 10-7. They were number 2. They're number 3. McKendree moves up to number 2. Adrian stays steady at 4. Midland at 5. And Minot at 6. Those all stay steady. Indiana Tech stays steady at 7. And then Michigan at 8. Michigan Dearborn at 9. And Niagara at 10. And there we go, right back to game action here. As 2-2 is our score. Malashevsky in to take the face off. Murray on the other side. That puck right at center ice. Malashevsky trying to get it back to Carr. We are on the power play as 1 minute 23 seconds left to go on the Michigan power play. As that puck in ahead, trying to get to it. Malashevsky fired right back into the near corner. Ferris has it. So Indiana Tech, good job to come out and make it difficult for Michigan. As racing down the far boards, here comes Lindahl. Lindahl gets into the zone. Lindahl outside the near circle, trying to get around Yonker. Yonker trying to poke that away. Lindahl into the far corner.
Point.
She moves it back over to Hansen, back to Lindahl outside the far circle. Here comes Ferris, high slot back, top of the far circle. Ooh, that deflected. Bowler getting a stick in the way. Ferris back to high slot. That shot and a save.
Emily was right on the doorstep.
And a really good save there is, Malashevsky looking for the rebound, and Berthiaume was with an excellent job to grab that. Not even sure how she saw that. She was screened, but excellent glove
That's what
save.
she's paid to do.
Does it very well.
X-ray vision.
Cummings trying to knock that away. 42 seconds left in the Michigan power play as Episcopo fires it down the far boards.
We teach goalies to get lower, but when she's as tall as she is, she may just stay up on her toes and look over shoulders.
Down the near boards, here comes Gargiulo, fires it down the far boards. Down Swanson ahead to Cummings. Cummings gains his own. Pettum Shan knocks that away. Michigan will have to regroup as that's fired back. 18 seconds left on the power play.
Good to see Sandy come out and play it.
Absolutely. Sands coming over down the near boards.
Oh, right in front.
Back as that comes all the way around. Almost a short-handed goal there. Coming ahead, Swanson has it. Swanson moves it down to Flazar. as back to full strength, Indiana Tech.
Good
Green
play,
comes
just
out of the
put it
box
deep.
trying to get that.
We only got one shot on that part of the power play.
Hardy trying to get it out, held in by Katie German here in the third. 2-2 is the score. Calverta moves it around. 18-14 left to go here in the third. Bringing it ahead. Green down the near boards.
use that
Knocked
ref.
away. Picked up Juzak. Back in their own zone. Moves it down the far boards as Hardy trying to get ahead to Yakachuk. Outside the far circle.
Oh,
Pulled in. Here comes Green. Fires it. That tipped. Good job to get a stick in the way. Gargiulo into the near corner. Now Pedam Sham gets it back to the near point. Yonker with a shot and a glove save by Conniff.
Good to see with 4 people back, we challenged with a stick on puck. That was a free shot on Sandy otherwise.
We do want to thank also Greg, Betty, and crew for watching. We appreciate them as they are very steady viewers, and we're very grateful for all you folks out there, no matter which team you're rooting for. We really appreciate you supporting this amazing sport of women's hockey. Coming ahead with it, here comes Lindahl. Lindahl trying to get into the zone. Lindahl chipped away, knocked down. Malashevsky trying to get to it as here comes Ferris. Put back deep, right back behind the goal and along the near boards. Lindahl trying to get to it. Yakachuk trying to move it out. That held in by Malashevsky. Right at the near point, there's a battle for it. Malashevsky comes away. Shot there. Rising shot just goes high.
Missed it with her glove.
As that onto the far circle, trying to chip it away. Loose. Down the near boards. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl trying to get it away from Gilmore. Gilmore has it in the near corner. Lifts it to the near point, but can't get it out. Guarded right back by Kolwich.
Got her glove on it. Good for her.
Yonker into the near corner, trying to get it out of the zone. Here comes Yakachuk. Yakachuk gains the Michigan zone. That puck right back into the far corner. Ferris with it there. Ferris ahead. That tipped off of his skate. Picked up as here comes Terpstra. Terpstra into the zone.
Boy,
Terpstra
their defense doesn't hold back when they get the chance to go.
trying to pull it away. That puck right down. Racing ahead is Carr trying to get to it, but Piscopo gets to it first. Sends it right down the near boards into the Michigan zone. Green has it, trying to get around Colwich.
Got an open
Green
player.
Shot and a glove save as Green slides down into the crease. By the way, speaking of supporting women's hockey, the PWHL is coming back to Detroit March 16th. Tickets are available with the early pre-sale. I picked one up for my wife and I earlier.
Who's playing?
It is going to be New York versus Minnesota. So the Sirens versus the Frost. And Detroit is the only team. They're doing 9 different cities on the takeover, PWHL takeover. That just wide to the near side. Kuzpel fires it around. We'll talk more about that in just a second, but action coming. Carr gets it ahead to Gordon. Gordon racing.
We'll talk after we score here.
Top of the far circle, I hope, into the far corner. Carr with it there.
Use your point. There you go.
Back is Gustafson with a shot that just goes wide and along the near boards. Racing over to get his Legault held in as Gargiulo fires it off of Episcopo's skate.
That would have been a nice post picker.
Chuzak back. Now Episcopo back behind her own goal. Underneath the far circle. Carr trying to get to it. Ahead to Juzak. Juzak knocks it off the near board. Here comes Garbetti. Garbetti racing.
Man.
She goes into the boards. Carr trying to get to it, but spinning Terpstra. Terpstra puts it down the near boards. Grabbed as here comes Gargiulo. And puts it back deep as they go for a line change. Into the far corner with it. Calverta puts it right back the other direction. Coming ahead with it is Terpstra right in front of her own goal. Terpstra coming down the far boards. Good job to knock it away by Dilla. Into the far corner it goes. Swanson back behind the goal.
Right
Swanson into the near corner. Trying to move it back to Dilla. Dilla out onto the near circle, but that pulled away. Here comes Gilmore the other direction. No, Pedamshan, excuse me. Pedamshan puts it back deep. Into the near corner it goes. Here comes Katie German. Katie German trying to avoid pressure. Katie German avoids Murray. Now tries to skate around Anderson. Katie German has it tipped back, but here comes Garbetti. Garbetti
put it on.
Trying to get it backhand.
Nice
shot,
backhand.
and that covered. Good job there
Set
by
up by
Berthew.
KG. Way to take it out. Bring it in.
So there are 9 cities in the PWHL takeover. Detroit is the only city that has had it 2 years in a row now. Pittsburgh was the other one last year. The PWHL is looking to add 2 more teams next year. So please, if you're in the Detroit area or anywhere in Michigan, get there. Detroit holds the the U.S. attendance record for women's hockey, but we want to beat that and prove we deserve a PWHL franchise. Back behind.
And a varsity women's program.
That too, but fingers crossed. Outside the far circle, we would love to see this team get elevated. Anderson has it on the far circle. Still trying to get to it, trying to pull it away. Flazar, who has a goal, that grabbed. Here comes Green the other direction. Green over center ice. Green with a shot, that glove saved by Poneth.
Green, who's
14-14 left to go here in the third. 2-2 is our score. I know.
We're getting closer and closer to a tie. Oh, my God, kissing our cousins.
As Michigan had a tie at Miami, and then 2 ties versus UMass when they had the lead in all 3 of those games. 2-goal lead versus UMass.
The only good news is here we haven't had a lead yet. Here.
Into the near corner, Juzak with it, trying to move it all the way around. Now picked up by Rogers. Rogers back to the far point. Shot goes just wide into the near corner. Gathered up there is Lindahl trying to move it back. Gargiulo into the far corner, then back to Gargiulo. Gargiulo trying to avoid pressure out there by Juzak. That's sent down the near boards. Picked up by Yonker. Yonker fires it off the far board. Grabbed there by Gustafson. Gustafson over. Now Hansen trying to move it over. Picked up by Gilmore. Gilmore outside the far circle. Gilmore into the far corner. Now Malashevsky pulls it back behind her own goal. Trying to avoid pressure by Murray. And picked up, coming in. Here comes Rogers. Rogers knocked off the puck. Good job because she had an opportunity.
Chip it by. Here we go.
Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl trying to get away. 2-on-1. Now Lindahl shot that just goes wide. Good defense by Episcopo. As she got back and really made that difficult. Episcopo down the near boards. Episcopo pulled back by Izzy German at her own blue line over to Lindahl. Lindahl trying to avoid pressure. Lindahl trying to get around Pedam-Shan. Lindahl now high slot. Shot there. Sticked away into the near corner.
She didn't get everything on that one. I got to say, I like watching her play. I'm glad she stopped playing in the Old Puckers game. She would walk me like I was a pylon.
Again, Monday, 8:30. It's a exhibition game versus the Old Puckers. Michigan here at the Yost Ice Arena. Grab down, trying to bring it on through his hung. Grab by Bowler. Bowler over on blue line. Down through center. Down the far boards. Michigan trying to get it. Pedam-Shan knocked it. Now coming ahead, Gordon fires it down there. Tip skitters right into the crease and covered up by Berthiaume. Those are tough. Luckily it was slow, but those skittering on end pucks are a nightmare.
Never know. That's why we're supposed to freeze them. I actually don't think we do, but
12:23 left to go here in the third. Face-off in the near face-off circle. And in the Indiana Tech zone, 2-2 our score. Bowler moves it back as that fired ahead by Terpstra coming down the far boards.
Back door.
Anderson moves it back over to Bowler. Bowler with a shot. Good job by Katie German to block that. Loose in along the end boards. Now on the far circle. Stolen away by Green right through the crease into the near corner. Here comes Lindahl trying to move it ahead. I believe that was Cummings. Back. Swanson trying to get to it. Now Dilla tips it. And along the far boards. Now ahead to Swanson. Swanson right over center ice down the near boards and off of Juzak's skate. Izzy German trying to fire it. That wouldn't settle down and picked up. Bask puts it back deep into the far corner. Katie German back behind her own goal. Sends it down the near boards. Trying to pick that up. Held in. Sent back deep by Calverto. Katie German in the far boards. That gets itself down. But that's all the way down. That'll be icing. Michigan with a...
That's all right. We'll take that breather.
You need a breather, but in college hockey, icing, just like the pros, you can't make a line change. It's different in high school here in Michigan. So that same line might be a little winded is back out there. Face-off in the near face-off circle with 11:25 left to go. Appreciate you joining us for some Thursday night hockey again tomorrow. It will be Indiana Tech with their broadcast as I do need to stay and assist my wife who had some major back surgery. Firing it ahead. She's listening at home, and we appreciate that. Pedam-Shan on the near circle. Pedam-Shan moves it over the far circle.
There's where Sandy steps up.
Boy, that was a heck of a shot right out in front. Still trying to get to it. Here comes Michigan. Great save by, yes, indeed. Fired back deep. That will go just wide by Katie German. Stopped there by Berthiaume.
Wow. Way to move across, Sandy. She stays so squared up. That's great.
Poneth with an amazing job to keep it a 2-2 game as Indiana Tech has had their opportunities here. 10:58 left to go here in the third.
We need a hero. We got to have somebody. The floodgates aren't opening, so we just need a hero. Somebody step up and rip one by.
Cummings taking the faceoff versus Green in the far faceoff circle. That puck in along the end board.
There's a
Black
good
puts
spot.
it in.
Nobody in front.
But pulling it down is Bowler. Bowler down the near boards. Poked away, but picked up by Green. Green comes into the zone. Intercepted by Kolwich. He fires it all the way around the boards. Now Flazar trying to move it back out. Picked up by Yonker. Yonker turning with it, trying to move it over to Green. Gathered up by Kolwich. Kolwich banks it off the near boards all the way back. Yonker at her own blue line. Sends it down the near boards for Bowler. And fired right back. Yonker all the way across. That fired by Gilmore.
Good play.
Backhanded ahead by Michigan, racing to try and get it as Cummings. That off of Yonker's stick into the near corner of the Indiana Tech zone with 10-12 left to go. Coming back there, providing pressure now, Black. Picked up, fired ahead by Juzak. Now coming down is Anderson down the near boards. Kolwich using her body to protect it. Sends it right back into the Indiana Tech zone. Ahead by Yonker. Here comes Anderson. Pulled away. Good job.
Fresh Emily.
Incoming. Here comes
These other
Malashevsky.
people are tired.
With a
She
shot
had the
blocker
post.
save. Good blocker save out there. Loose outside the far circle.
She
Trying to
picked the post and just missed.
coming down the near boards. Here comes Gilmore. Gilmore ahead over center. And all the way into the near corner. Trying to get to it, Gargiulo. Gilmore following that up. Here comes Hansen outside the far circle in the Michigan zone. 9:30 left to go. Hansen over on blue line.
Okay,
Hansen
rip one here.
over
Lucy.
center. Hansen into the slot. Shot that sticked into the near corner. Berthium with another save. Now trying to pull it into the near corner. Hansen poking it. Still digging it out of there.
Nice
Terpstra in there. Back to Gargiulo at the near point. Gargiulo trying to fire it to Lindahl. Loose. Held in by Gargiulo. Lindahl spinning puck. Top of the near circle. Here comes Juzak. Juzak over on blue line ahead. Over center.
Don't let her
Juzak
shoot.
puts it deep. That reflects off the dasher. Picked up by Gargiulo back behind. Rogers chases her. Good job by Gargiulo to avoid an Indiana Tech player right through center ice, but that's stolen away as Murray trying to get to it. Puck loose right at center ice. Murray comes away with it. Murray.
Numbers.
High slot coming back.
Good.
Poked away. Now loose in along the near boards. Terpstra holds it in and puts it right back deep into the far corner for Pedem
14 in front.
Pedem Shan trying to fire it out. Is Murray out in
Not
front?
anymore.
That loose. Now fired in along the far boards. Grabbed there by Piscopo. Piscopo battling with Hansen.
Playing to the wrong end.
Back behind. Gustafson knocking that away. Loose and out of play.
Up to the net. I lost it there for a second.
I did not see where that went for a moment. 8:15 left to go. Here in the third, 2-2 is our score. 2 goals for Indiana Tech in the first, 2 for Michigan in the second. Has us all knotted up. Face off to Ponus left in the far face-off
God,
circle.
we should be used to playing from a tie, shouldn't we?
Getting
tired of it, maybe?
It gives me just more and more gray hair,
Oh,
but that's
God.
okay. Back to the near point. Bowler has it. Bowler going back into the near corner. Right back behind. Green has it. Right back behind the Michigan goal into the near corner. Back to Calverta at the near
Don't want
point.
these-
Calverta
good block.
shot. That got
Block
blocked.
another one.
Over is Legault, sends it right back behind. Katie German trying to pull it away. That puck all the way back to the far point. Legault with it there. Into the far corner.
Loop it.
Michigan
There you go.
trying
Bounce.
to lift it out. That goes all
Stop.
the way down.
Hold on. It's good.
Racing back, Hung trying to provide pressure. Calverta into the near corner. Hung pins it there. That picked up by Legault. Legault moves it down the far
boom,
boards.
boom, boom.
Held in by Katie German. Poked away, and here comes a foot race racing in. Anderson trying to get to it. Anderson coming in.
Nice
Anderson
save,
and a
Sandy.
save by Poneth. Poked away and picked up by Carr. Carr goes right back. Boy, if you don't have Poneth, that is, again, another.
How many times have we heard, save by Poneth?
Here comes Carr. Carr.
Rip
High
it.
slot.
Oh,
Carr
got nothing?
goes down into the far corner.
I'm such a homer.
As they've let them play for the most part in this game. Kolwich has
harder.
it down the near
There you
boards.
go.
Over. Trying to feed it ahead is Ferris.
Ghost,
Back
ghost.
to Kolwich. Kolwich
Tara, rip
racing
one
down.
on that.
Kolwich gains his own. Kolwich drop pass over to Dilla. Dilla
Nice play.
into the near corner with it. Dilla.
Put it
He's
front.
pinned off
There.
the puck as that's grabbed.
we need
Nobody home
somebody
out
in
in
front.
front. As here comes Rogers trying to hold it in his Garbady. pulled back. That fired back by Gilmore. Picked up, slips past
Trouble.
Ferris. Ferris moves it over to Kolwich right in front of the goal. That scared me.
Nice touch pass.
Good
Work
job.
on that.
Here comes Garbady as Dilla set her up. Garbady outside the near corner into the near. And along the end lines. Out in front. That pulled down as Swanson puts it into the far
That was another
corner.
one of those goofy ones off her pad.
Gilmore trying to
There's-
grab it. There's
right
a shot
there.
out in front,
Oh,
and
man.
it hopped over Garbady's stick, coming ahead with it. Here comes Pedham Shan
Now,
with
see,
speed.
they've got 3. It was 1.
As that tipped and back behind, out in front, Garbady has it. Garbady down the far boards, off the glass, as that'll go deep into the Indiana Tech zone.
Wow, they go
has
through
it.
in a hurry.
5:56 left to go here in the third. Puck into the near corner. Picked up by Gustafson. Gustafson moves it down the near boards as Indiana Tech was on a line change. They intercepted. Here comes Green. Green gains the zone.
Don't let
Top
her
of the
shoot.
far
She can
circle.
shoot.
Green with a shot off the post as that comes around. Lazar has it outside the far circle. Picked up by Gustafson. Moves it to Gargiulo in along the near boards. Gargiulo trying to bring it out. That puck back to Green into the near corner. Green out in front trying to get the bowler. If not for, I believe that was Lazar's stick, that would have been a big deal.
Wow, that was a hard shot, too.
Outside the near circle,
Okay, they're
trying to
starting
get to
pick
it is
it up
Black.
here. We need to.
Episcopo there.
Good play. High up. No, a little higher off the glass.
Back
Thank
into.
me. It's not the NHL. That'd be delay a game. We got 5 minutes, 14 seconds left before 3-on-3 OT. Need a hero.
As face off in the near face off circle.
They're not getting the shots. I like the way we're blocking shots. They're not getting shots in our zone. They are keeping it in our zone.
Cummings in to take the face off versus Juzak into the near corner. Calverta holds it in at the near point. Back outside, trying to pull it there is Kuspel.
Got to have it here, guys.
And back
Danger,
hands,
danger,
trying to get it
danger.
out is Cummings.
There
That
we
loose
go.
in along the near boards. Juzak quickly brings it right back into the Michigan zone. Trying to poke it ahead. That pulled down the near boards by Gustafson. Backhands it, but Calverta moves it to center ice. Here comes Rogers.
Nice.
Good job by Hansen to poke it away. Hansen back deep, and she's
man,
pinned against
she's
the
getting
board.
rubbed.
There comes Calverta back in along the near boards. Head to Kuspel. Knocked away. Good job by
Good
Lindahl
play.
to fire it back deep. As
Oh,
that
ho, ho, ho.
tipped, and boy,
We could have used that one.
absolutely, as Legault had it, and coming down. All the way back into the Michigan zone. Kuspel has it into the near corner. 4:23 left to go as that pulled right out in front. Coming the other direction with it. Here comes Michigan making a move.
Take a
Gaining the
shot,
zone is
KG.
Katie German, top of the far circle, trying to get it over to Hansen. Hansen
Yes!
back,
Oh!
and it's a goal by
KG!
Lindahl.
Oh, my
Oh,
God. Good
I
for
think
her.
that was back to Hansen, who fired it over to Lindahl and in. We'll
was
look
it?
at the replay.
Yeah, because it was a great play. She was below the goal line. So that's
Coming
KG.
over. Katie German has it. I think she gets it to Hansen right there.
Oh,
Hansen
you're
moves it
right.
ahead.
You're right.
And
Oh,
that was
what
was
a great play.
yeah. Lindahl with a beautiful goal set up by Hansen and Katie German with the second
Okay.
assist. That at 4:10.
Now is where I lock it down
Or
as a
4:11.
defensive coach. Nothing behind you. There's no green light. You don't pinch. You don't take your foot off the accelerator, but you play smart defensive hockey. We're up.
And right out in front, this Indiana Tech team has played very well, and they're going to have a hunger now.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Outside the near circle, held in at the near point.
Oh!
by Gilmore, and somehow
What
that
a
was deflected
save!
by Pedham Shand and
Oh,
all the way out. I do not know how Ponnet
She
saved that.
Threw her pad out. That was a great play.
Tell you, if we did stars of the game, Ponnet gets number one. Both of these goalkeepers would definitely get stars of the game.
Well, that was definitely a goal-scoring save.
Terpstra has it in along the near
Got
boards.
to be smart. No penalties here either.
3:28 left to go. Don't get happy. Here comes Terpstra, top of the near circle, trying to go wide.
Oh,
Good job by
reach.
Izzy
Good
German.
reach, Izzy.
That puck outside the near circle comes to Green.
Okay,
Green
block the
top
shot.
Of the near circle. That deflected
These
out
guys
in
are
front.
putting sticks on pucks to get those tips.
Bowler out, gets it back to the
There
far
we go.
point.
Nobody there.
Episcopo
Beat her,
moves
beat her,
it.
beat her.
Hung trying to get to it. Hung, that puck wouldn't settle down. Green holds
don't
it
let
in.
Green shoot.
Green over, covered up by Ponnet. Oh my! This Indiana Tech team is buzzing down here in the Michigan zone.
3 minutes, I'm going to lose it.
It's amazing how much earlier I'm like, boy, this period's getting late, and now it can't get late quick enough. as this Indiana Tech team wants that tied up. Michigan, it's the hold on here. They'd love to get an insurance goal, but that looks like a tall task as Ferris sends it in along the boards. Outside the near circle, trying to get to Dillon.
There we go.
Lifted. Here comes Michigan racing ahead as Hansen. Hansen set up the last goal. No, Swanson comes in, shot. Oh,
nice
a good
shot.
Save as it comes back behind. What a good save.
A nice rebound, too.
Zilla has it outside the far circle, trying to drop pass back there. That back to the far point, held in there. 2:39 left to go. Coming ahead with it is Juzak.
No.
Juzak gains his own. Juzak, that ridden outside into the near corner. Swanson with it. Swanson trying to avoid pressure. Back to the far point. As that racing down with it. Here comes Garbady. Garbady. Drop
Nice
pass
play.
back to Dilla. Dilla
got
outside
somebody
the
at
far
second,
circle.
center.
All the way back to the far point. Picked up as Gustafson puts it back. Here comes Garbady. Garbady in along the M boards. Now coming ahead, here comes Indiana Tech.
No pinch.
Trying to get to it. Gargiolo trying to knock it away. Garbady back. 2:06 left to go.
Oh.
There's a heavy collision that Hansen got the least of. Picking it up, trying to get it in is Murray. Murray, a player who has taken a much bigger role this season with Indiana Tech. And
nice
trying
block.
to shoot it by
Here
Gilmore.
we go.
That block. Here comes Lindahl. Lindahl. Two
Got
on
Lucy.
one. Lindahl coming in. Lindahl fires it. Is that good job to stick it away?
That looked like a shot to pass.
Berthiaume did an excellent job as that puck into the far corner. 1:37 left to go.
Right through that snow.
Boy, we would
They're
love to get it all the way
They're
down.
going to pull her.
As that puck outside, picked up by Malashevsky. 1:28 left to go. Keeping an eye on the goal. As of course, it doesn't matter if they skate all the way through. As Yakachuk trying to fire it back. That knocked away. Picked up by
Stuck
Green.
in the
Green
snow.
trying to fire it ahead. Here comes Lindahl.
Keep your
That
heads
knocked
up,
away.
guys.
Now Gustafson trying to fire it back, and that puck playing pinball out there. Knocked away as Hansen trying to get it. That tip right at the near point, trying to knock it away is Anderson. And puck outside the near circle.
Wide open in front,
Trying to
two
get
of
in.
them.
Bowler loose out in front and saved by Bonnet. Oh,
That was a 3-on-1 at the last second.
seconds left.
It's a big draw. I'm a little surprised they haven't pulled their goalie.
Well, they have a lot of confidence. Their team is definitely keeping it down here as much as possible. So
We're out
Green in.
shooting them this period. That's a good tie-up right
Gordon
there.
trying to get to it. Now Izzy German moves it along the far
Good.
boards.
Go. Keep go.
Trying to get to it is Carr. That
There we
loose
go.
deflects into the neutral zone. Flazar trying to get to it. 49 seconds left. Right back in for Green. Izzy German trying to backhand it. That back into the neutral zone. Tipped away from Episcopo. Trying to get to it. Bowler now down the near boards. That grabbed. Firing it the other direction is Gordon. Gordon gets it into the Indiana Tech zone with 33 seconds left to go. That puck back into the Michigan end. Green with it.
Got a
Green
trailer
trying to
right
find
there.
it. That loose and back behind the goal. Trying to get to it. And it's
No.
still out in front and up over the crossbar.
over the crossbar.
Oh, 20 seconds left to go.
Green,
Indiana
it's
Tech,
wide open.
They don't need to pull the goalie. Is that covered up by Ponef? My gosh. Boy, the opportunities for Indiana Tech is
15 seconds to
oh,
go.
boy, this is two really good teams, and
31 to 39.
15.1 seconds left to go. This faceoff
Somebody's
could not
calling
be
it
bigger.
out off timeout.
Could be either team trying to make the most out of this.
Well, you
I
got to
can see
pull. You got to pull the goalie now.
it. Yep. You would imagine. This has been everything we thought it would be in this matchup. As this is an Indiana Tech team who's now in the same pod as Michigan and Adrian and Michigan Dearborn. And so we're going to see him. We used to occasionally see him for a game or two. We're going to see him for 2 games every year. And they're going to make our life difficult if they do not give up.
Unless they change the pods again.
Yeah,
because there's a meeting in December, and you don't know what's going to happen. Because I know there's some people pretty upset about that. You know, like we're not in the same pod as Michigan State.
Fair enough. I know that caused a couple raised eyebrows when the Michigan schedule came out. Michigan State people were like, "Why is there only 1 game?"
And also things like, I mean, there's teams that are struggling. That we have new teams that want to come in.
It'll be interesting, I think. Obviously, Concordia is going to become Siena Heights. Eastern Michigan, a D2 women's team, actually beat, I think, Davenport. All the way down, 9 seconds left to go. No goalie to our right. And pulled down the near boards. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And Michigan able to get the win versus a very good Indiana Tech team. Number 8 beats number 7. And these two teams will square off again tomorrow, as that will be a 7 o'clock game down at Indiana Tech at Fort Wayne. Again, I apologize. I just, my wife's
It's
recovering
okay,
from
Mark.
surgery.
It's okay.
I have
it's
guilt.
all right.
I know
Yeah,
I have
you
guilt. I love this team and all you fans. But
I'm not going to make it either.
my wife comes
so don't
first.
make me feel. Yes, good. I hope she's listening.
She does.
Because that's not he was saying. That's not what he was saying earlier, right, Mike? Off the air. Oh my God, no, I'm kidding.
These gentlemen trying to get me in trouble. I still don't know. Her only paws are tasting men. So there you go.
I got to go sing and give a first puck. This was fun. Go
Absolutely.
Blue, all right? You take care.
Absolutely.
Christina, get better so he can do stuff.
And we'll see you Monday for the old pucker game. Again, Indiana Tech will have that broadcast tomorrow. We are very grateful for them. That'll be a 7 p.m. game down at Indiana Tech. So we won't have the broadcast, but they'll have it. We'll tweet out the link for that. For my camera person, James Wiseman, our director, Mike Butler, Coach Ned, our color commentator. My name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you very much. Michigan 3, Indiana Tech 2, and they'll have a big matchup tomorrow, 7 o'clock down at Indiana Tech. Thank you, and have a great night, everyone.